Okay, so I'm here with Dr. Claire Marshall. Claire, thank you for being here. And we're going to be talking about the context of your future. And we talked a little bit about this beforehand. So could you just so we can encourage your unconscious mind and that inner world there to be really associated, so it knows really what we're working on, because that's the area we're going to work in there. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me, first of all. So I have been thinking about my future, in particular my future career. I feel like I find it difficult sometimes to make decisions about it, because deciding something would mean something concrete. And when I'm undecided, I'm existing in the realm of possibility, where I could do anything. So it seems limiting almost to decide on one thing. I also struggle sometimes with this idea of responsibility, wanting responsibility and achievement and forward-leaning and being motivated, versus the kind of luxury of doing something which doesn't require responsibility or much responsibility.
Sure.
And of course the salaries that go with both of those things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the one hand, you've got this freedom that you love. You've got this no responsibility, which you love.
Yeah.
You've got this do it when I want to do it, you know, when I feel like doing it, which you absolutely love.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you've got something which you also love, which is structure, which is the career that you've spent the last. So I know you've spent the last few years working really hard to create a fantastic career for yourself and achievements and success. You've got your doctorate, and you know, I've seen that takes a lot of work. I've seen the amount of work that goes into a thesis and everything. That's incredibly massive amount of work, and you work for that structure.
Yes, exactly.
Which you also love. So tell me about the behaviour of the part that loves the freedom, loves not having responsibility. What's the behaviour of that one? How does it behave?
So what does she do?
Yeah, what does she do?
What does she do? She likes to party. She likes to go travelling. She likes to go travelling to unknown places, preferably by herself. Sort of hard to get to places, off the beaten track, with no plan of what she's going to do, and meet whoever springs up in her path and do whatever feels right for the moment. She likes to feel free and spontaneous, and present and connected just for that moment, without wanting to attach too much values or decisions or forward planning, really, to people or to things. Yeah.
Fantastic.
She's fun.
Yeah, she's fun. And she's here. And so for what purpose, for what intention? To do all that, to be in those isolated places, to be, you know, off the beaten track, without any agenda, diaries, knowing who you're going to meet, what you're going to meet, for what intention, for what purpose, what's that going to get for you? It gets a sense of expansiveness. It gets a sense of truthfulness. It gets a sense of not having to think about the shoulds or should nots or responsibilities. It gets a sense of freedom. Okay, so it's freedom, expansiveness, there's some honesty there.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the highest one of all those? Is it the freedom, the honesty, or expansiveness?
When I think of it as a concept, it's freedom, but when I feel it in my body, it's expansiveness.
Expansiveness, okay.
Yeah.
And then the purpose of expansiveness, what's the intention of expansiveness for you? It's so important.
I think that it's spiritually really important. It's when I feel most nourished and whole in my heart and my spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the other side. The side that also likes the structure, likes the commitment, likes to be known, to know and be known, that side of you, because that will, I imagine that'll be in relationships as well as the career and the business. So what's the behaviour of that part that does like the commitment and structure?
She likes to have everything organised. She likes to know where everything is. She likes to know where she's going and what she's doing, and that feels secure.
Yeah.
She likes to have lots of lists, to-do lists. She likes to be known and to know, as you said, both.
Yeah.
To learn, like it's very engaging. It can fill up so much with sort of detail and concepts and learning. Yeah.
Sure. So would that be like a structured learning where it's continuing and developing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And for what purpose? What's the intention of this particular part for you? What does it try and get for you?
So it gets safety. There's a definite feeling of security.
Yeah.
It feels safe when there's structure.
Yes.
And when there's a plan. And there's something about the learning, feeling like things are moving and going forward, and there's a purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So safety, security, moving forward.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're doing the process of chunking up. I'm asking the questions: what's important to you? What's the intention? And now Claire, what she's going to do is she starts with low-level security and then chunks up slightly more to a more higher chunk, more abstract. So I put those three together, and when I put those three together, see what happens. She comes out to a very much more of a statement which is akin to her purpose in life, and definitely more abstract and less physical. From that foundation, being able to move forward from that foundation.
Yeah.
For what purpose, and what's the intention of moving forward and having that foundation and moving forward? For what does that get for you?
So that I can serve myself and serve others, so that I can be of some use, feel like I'm doing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a purpose,
Yeah.
a use of purpose.
Yeah.
And to have that purpose and use, for what intention? What's the intention of that?
I've never thought about this before. Okay, so I think it would be something about like giving voice to something that doesn't have a voice.
Okay.
And it would be something, about bringing the darkness to light.
Yeah.
And there's a fight in there somewhere. For, I don't want this to sound too, but anyway, for sort of justice, for so there's like when there's inequality, it makes me angry. So it's something to address that.
All right. So, and when that's happening, and you are being of use in that particular way, and you're bringing light from dark, for what does that get for you?
Makes me feel useful, powerful, like I've achieved something.
Sure.
Like I'm light.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you are light, for what purpose? This light.
Well, what's the like to shine, no? Light is to shine.
And when you're shining, what does that get for you? How does it feel?
It feels good.
And then what does that get for you? This feeling of good and this light shining?
It feels... What does it get for me? It's sort of, I don't know, there's a bit abstract, but it sort of evaporates myself.
Okay.
I sort of disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of like doing that with your hands and then, yeah.
Like I've sort of become the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, will you say that? Okay, and here is an important point. We're just coming to the place where we've chunked up both parts and we've come to an agreement in the abstract world that both parts have almost or is an identical intention. Now when that happens, you're going to point that out to the client, and the client will normally become nicely surprised because they thought there was a good guy and a bad guy before. In the body there were two separate entities that weren't coming together. Now watch Claire's face very closely and her expression when she realizes that these two parts have identical intentions for her. Would you say that's a degree of expansiveness?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see that both of these, on the highest level, both of these parts have exactly the same
That's true.
intention for you. So both of them would probably not succeed in completely by themselves, but an amalgamation or an integration of both of those in some way probably would.
I'd love an integration. I also often feel like they're
separate beings of some sort.
Separate in intention, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the intentions, the behaviour are separate. The intentions are pretty much identical on that level.